It's easy to talk about a bad boss with your colleagues around a water cooler, but it takes little courage to actually do something about it. So, when your boss crosses the line from just being annoying to becoming really toxic, making your work life miserable, which in turns affects your personal life, then have you ever thought if it's possible to maybe get him fired? If not, think again. And in this video, I'll give you tips on how to do that unemotionally and in a methodical way. And can you trust me with it? Oh, yeah, you can. Because I have worked as a senior manager in one of the topmost IT company for years, and I have interacted with the departments like HR, legal team, the senior leadership as part of my day-to-day job. So here are 5 steps to take if you want to get your bad boss fired. Step number 1, keep a record. Chances are the abuse didn't just happen overnight, right? So the first step is to start documenting. Keep a detailed log of every interaction you had with him or her. Keep track of the date and the time of the incident. Details of what actually happened. Be specific and specifically tell how it really made you feel. Yeah, that's also important. And if you have the co-workers experiencing the same thing, then get them on board as well. But the most important thing is, instead of just focusing on getting your boss fired, try to focus on creating a better workplace. Step number 2, make a proper business case. See, it's not enough to go to the human resource or to your upline managers and just say that, hey, my boss is mean, he's a bully, and he hurts my feelings. It doesn't work like that. You need to have a proper business case as to why your boss needs to go, to create a safer work environment, right? So have all the mail evidence and the number of sick leaves you or your team may have taken. Keep a record of that due to the mental health issues. Step number 3, first give the feedback directly to your boss. That's right. Before escalating to HR or next applying managers in the escalation matrix, try to be honest and try to have an honest and private discussion about your concerns directly with your boss. Right now, often people assume incorrectly that sharing feedback to a superior directly, it could draw backlash. So, although that's possible, but trust me, that's often not the case. And you should remember that your boss is also a person just like you, who want to succeed, who want to make a positive difference. And sharing honest feedback in a way that balances the courage and the maturity, especially when you talk to them directly instead of talking about them with the rest of the team. So when you talk them directly with the issue, then it plants the seed of trust in your boss mind, and it increases the probability of the changed behavior. My personal story, when I was just a fresher out of the college, and I also got married soon, and one day I had to leave little early, just 15 minutes early. I just finished all of my work and I had to leave because I had to take my wife out on her birthday. And I did even informed my immediate team lead. And then what happened? My micromanaging boss came to my team lead when I left and said, wife's birthday is more important or work? So many days after this incident, my team lead casually told me about this, but to me something felt wrong in this kind of the leadership style. And I agree that it was a minor incident, right? Still, I set up a proper formal meeting via mail calendar and I have sent it to my boss and I have CC'd my HR manager. So I confronted him, he understood, he even apologized, and fortunately, the things got better not just for me but for the entire project team. Right? Now, coming to step number 4, even after providing feedback personally, if still you don't see any real change in his or her behavior, then by all means escalate it to the upline managers or the HR. Right? But whom to escalate first? So, my personal opinion is go to HR, as it is generally a safer choice than going to your manager's manager, right? And when you escalate it to HR, never escalate on a phone or by meeting personally first. Send a formal mail first, always to HR by attaching all the evidences and providing all the details, and then request a meeting with the HR manager. And once the meeting is over, do ensure you share the minutes of the meeting, right? And in the first meeting with the HR, be prepared with the examples of the bad behavior, and also, be prepared to share the efforts you have already personally made to share the feedback directly with your boss, before even approaching the HR. And then be patient. Don't expect that problems will be resolved right away. It generally takes coaching, feedback, and an observation of the pattern of the behavior of the manager. HR will surely take care of that. Now, many people think HR works for management, right? Because the management is bringing the profits and revenues for the company. I will say it again depends on your company culture, and in my own experience, HR has really came a long way in all these years, you know to give a priority to the employee first and to ensure employees are getting a fair chance to get heard, right? Now let's discuss about the step number 5, which is completely optional. So if your boss is more than just a micromanager and you are dealing with serious issues, such as the sexual harassment or bullying or racism, then a different approach is required. So, in such cases, too, you can still first confront your boss directly, but I will strongly suggest to consider going straight to your whistleblower hotline, which is none but your company's legal department, right? So there are special protections when something is reported directly to the legal team. And now, to be clear, even if you report it to the HR department, those protections still exist. But when you report directly to the legal team, you will often receive extra attention and security. you know and trust me, both human resources and the legal team department, they will work together, they will be involved to make sure the resolution is adequate. And such whistleblower complaints are usually reported directly to the company's board of directors by the HR team and the legal team together, thus giving you the greatest chance of real action being taken. But do remember, this is not the place to report general disagreements or general grievances or leadership issues. So when you want to go to the legal team, just stick with the serious stuff, right? Like sexual harassment, serious bullying, or ethical violations, right? So I hope that helped. And remember that problems that aren't talked about cannot be resolved. So there may be some discomfort if you decide you want to do something about a bad boss, but remember that bad bosses only stay in power when everyone around them is silent. And it's sad lesson that we have already learned in the Me Too movement, right? So if you don't want to miss more of such videos, like and subscribe to my channel. Till the next time, thank you.